Everybody's talking about this car, and it's a sedan. You know, that's the type of car that Ford, Chrysler, and GM say nobody wants anymore. Well, they couldn't be more wrong, because this is a sedan for people who like cars. The people who make it are hungry for success, eager to show the world that their luxury sedan can look, handle, and feel like the best. This is the 2019 Genesis G70, and it's very good. But should you buy one over a BMW 3 Series when, let's be honest, no one knows what Genesis is? I'm Clifford Atiyeh with CarGurus, and one thing is certain: sedans this good aren't going anywhere. This car was designed by a man who used to design Bentleys. You can find his influence in the crosshatch grille and the badge's wings. The whole car is supposed to feel sophisticated, and it is. The proportions emphasize rear-wheel drive, which it is. It has a pleasing array of prominent edges on the front spoiler and hood. Softer contours on the rear fascia and along the roof complement the crisp shoulder and trunk lines. Attractive wheels fill up the fenders, and the car sits low and poised. For a first effort, the G70 looks like it's been doing this for years. But Genesis is an upstart division of Hyundai, so the car has no illustrious heritage to draw upon. The headlights and side profile are like an Infiniti Q50s. The taillights like a BMW 2 Series. Regardless, it's more distinctive than the company's other cars. The interior is solid. The switchgear has this damp precision and a really fine tactile quality everywhere you touch. The colors and trim are spot on, as are the plastics. Nothing looks or feels cheap. Fit and finish, impressive. The dash is canted toward the driver, like in a 3 Series. The contrast stitching even extends to the rear air vents. But the G70 could bring more gain. The infotainment system is straight out of a Hyundai Sonata, as are the style of the buttons, gauges, and typefaces. Now don't get me wrong, the quality is there. But just as Infiniti and other luxury brands use lower cost parts from bigger divisions, Genesis has a difficult time separating itself from Hyundai. And Hyundais these days are pretty good. Our Prestige trim ups the ante, with diamond quilted Nappa leather seats that adjust in 16 ways for the driver and 12 for the passenger. They're comfortable and supportive. And when you switch to sport mode, the side bolsters start cuddling you. As a compact, you won't find loads of room in the G70, but there's enough space for 6-footers and their knees. Plus, if the guy in front won't move his seat forward, you can do that for him. There's also not much space in the trunk, which holds 10.5 cubic feet. But for a small family or just a guy like me driving around with my friends, I think the G70 is the perfect size. Here's where the magic happens. A 2-liter Turbo 4 comes standard. Now, it's a pleasant sounding and sufficient engine in its own right. But the engine upgrade, you're gonna want that. A 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 with 365 horsepower and 376 pound-feet. Yes, please. It sounds great on startup, deep and throaty, and you can always hear the exhaust out back. Not that it drones. It's smooth and snarly in a BMW inline 6 kind of way. And the power is always there, delivered confidently by the 8-speed automatic with perfect rev-matching downshifts all the way down to first gear. A 6-speed manual is optional with the 4-cylinder. Now, I haven't driven the manual yet, but my colleagues who have and love driving stick hate it. Avoid it until Genesis fixes the imprecise clutch and shifter, but I'm glad they even offer one. Rear-wheel drive is standard. On V6 versions, a limited slip differential, stiffer suspension, Brembo brakes, and summer tires also come standard. On sport models, you get staggered size tires and a special exhaust with the manual transmission. My G70 Prestige on all-season Michelin tires performed admirably in the cold. The G70 makes it easy to drive quickly with confidence. You get in and crank away. You'll get feedback through the steering wheel, which has the effort and balance of an older 3 Series. That's high praise. Same for the brakes. They're firm and responsive. Body roll and compliance couldn't be better. The suspension is never choppy and always in the right tune, without resorting to adaptive damping. The balance through turns is effortless. Combine that with snappy acceleration and a rock-solid feel at the wheel, and you'd swear the Genesis was a German car. Fuel economy is EPA rated at between 18 and 22 miles per gallon city, 25 and 30 highway, and 20 and 25 combined. Yeah, that's nothing amazing, but the G70 wasn't built to be green, and thankfully it doesn't have an annoying engine stop-start system. During my week with the car, I got about 22 miles per gallon in a mix of city and highway driving. All the essential safety gear is standard on all G70s. That includes forward emergency braking, pedestrian detection, a driver attention monitor, blind spot warning, lane keep assist, and adaptive cruise control. Touchscreen requires me to stretch my fingers more than I'd like while driving, and some of the selection buttons are too small, but it's fast and responsive. The optional navigation can search for online destinations using voice search. That feature, plus Sirius XM and traffic and map updates, is included for 3 years. I think the interface could use a reskin. It's just a little too brightly colored and almost juvenile looking for a luxury car. Same goes with this central screen. It's really useful and nice looking, but it still reminds me of a Hyundai's. What I do like is that when I switch to sport mode, the head-up display's typeface switches to italics, and the wireless charging pad, it's really easily accessed and then hidden from view. The G70 starts at $34,900, which by no coincidence is what BMW charges for a 320i. The V6 starts at $43,750. My test car with all-wheel drive and the Prestige package, featuring heated rear seats with softer leather, was $50,995 with destination. The Sport package maxes at $52,500, and that's fully loaded. To get this much power and amenities in a 3 Series costs more, but not that much more. This is not a cheap car, and it shouldn't be, given all that it does so well. Genesis also includes 3 years and 36,000 miles of scheduled maintenance and a 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty, including 10 years and 100,000 miles for the powertrain. Can't argue with that. The 2019 Genesis G70 hits every benchmark for a compact luxury sedan. Truth is, it has no name recognition, and it still doesn't mask its Hyundai origins very well. But overall, the G70's style, quality, and performance put a big smile on my face. New sedans aren't usually this good out of the box. The G70 is. For more details, check out my full review at CarGurus.com, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.